Hey everyone, today what I'm going to do is go over some adding and subtracting polynomials. I know we have covered this and we've also covered this in regular algebra. However, our end of unit is coming up in algebra, and a big component is going to be this adding and subtracting polynomials idea. And quite frankly, there's some things that we need to tweak and make a little bit better, so I know that we're going to be successful. So as you can see, there is the right side of the screen is where I'm going to do some work, and then the left side has some problems. I'm not going to do all of those problems. I just wanted them up as that visual. Some of them say find area. We're going to pretend it says find area. I just wanted to use the shapes in the from the worksheet. So if I'm going to look at the first question, and instead of I know it says find area. I know it clearly says above this blue rectangle find area, but we're going to pretend it says find perimeter, and we're going to find the perimeter of that rectangle. So if I recreate this rectangle, which I think I've made more of a square, but that is okay. So we have 3ab squared, and this side is 6a squared b to the fourth power. So as you should know, in a rectangle you have the measurements of a length and width. Probably most likely a lot of times once you get to this point in your math career, they're not going to draw pictures or have these pictures. We have this visual. You can always make the visual. What is happening is, in the work that I've been grading, is in these problems we're saying to find the perimeter of a rectangle. You guys are not everybody, but some people are forgetting that there are 4 sides. And perimeter is the distance around the entire shape. And what's happening is people are finding the distance of 2 of the sides, the 2 given sides, and then they're neglecting the other 2 sides. It's like I am going to way back when, putting up wallpaper borders was a trend, and it's like putting wallpaper border up on 2 of the walls in your room and then like forgetting the other 2 rooms. We need to make sure it goes all the way around. So we need to remember that this measurement up at the bottom is going to be the same at the top, and that this measurement on the side is going to be the same over here. So I need to add all 4 of those sides together. But we've done some multiplying already, and we can utilize that to make it a little bit easier. At least I think it's easier using that multiplication. So we know that these 2 sides are both 6a squared times b to the fourth power. So since I have 2 of them, the shortcut of adding the same thing or doubling something is to just multiply by 2. So we can take 2 times 6a squared b to the fourth power, because we have 2 sides that are that, hence the 2. And then I can do the same thing. I know these 2 sides are the same, so I can just say 2 times 3ab squared. And I can simplify this now. So I can double this, and get my perimeter. So when we're doing this problem, I need to use the distributive property. So I'm going to distribute the 2 to both of those terms. So it's going to be 2 times 6a squared plus 2 times b to the fourth power, and that's all that's in that term. And I'm going to do the same thing on the right here. I'm going to take 2 and I'm going to distribute to that. There is no other terms. It's literally just that one term in there. There's no plus or minus signs within this parentheses, so it's going to be plus 2 times 3ab squared. Okay, and now I need to simplify this. Now some of you might be like, this is way too much work. I would rather just add. Then do that. Okay, but I don't think it's that bad. So 2 times 6a squared, so 2 times 6 is 12, a squared just remains, plus 2b to the fourth power, that remains, and then here this is going to be 6, and then we just have ab squared. Now the last step is to look and see, can I simplify this any further? Can I combine any like terms? So I'm going to start with my first term. I have a squared. This is not a squared. There's an a, but it's not a squared. It has ab squared. So this cannot be combined with anything, and I have b to the fourth power. I've already said this cannot be combined. Can this be combined? No, it cannot. So that is as small as that guy is going to get, right? So when we're finding the perimeter, that is it. Can't make that any more simple. Now, I'm going to we're going to look at question number 7. So if you look at question number 7 on my left side of the screen, here is this purple rectangle. nope, that's a purple triangle, not rectangle. And it says to find the measure of the third side if the perimeter equals 10x plus 5y. So they've given us the perimeter. They've given us two sides. It's asking us for this third empty side here. So you have to use some knowledge. You know how to find the perimeter of a triangle. You know how to find the perimeter of any shape. To find the perimeter of a triangle, you simply need to add up all the sides. So I know that those three sides, so we have 3x plus 4y plus 5x minus y, that those sides plus some unknown, I'm going to put a little question mark there, is got to be equal to 10x plus 5. Now, I'm going to show you one method that you would use to solve this. There are other methods, I'm sure, so whatever works for you. But essentially, it's this. We have three sides. We have side 1, side 2, and side 3, and they all total this as our perimeter. So I know if I combine these together, so we're going to combine these together, and then we're going to subtract it from this, and that answer is going to tell me what this is. Okay, so I'm going to add these two together. So I am going to combine like terms. I have 3x and 5x, which is a total of 8x. And then I have 4y minus y. So remember, there's a 1 that's here. So 4 minus 1 is 3. So we have 3y. And again, plus some, that third side that we don't know, has to be equal to 10x plus 5. So we know it has to equal this. We're not quite there yet. We're almost there, but we're quite not. So I need to see how many more x's do I need to add to get to 10x, and how many y's do I need to add to get to 5y. So I'm going to subtract. So I'm going to take our 10x plus 5y, and I am going to subtract from it 8x plus 3y. And when we subtract, what's really going to happen is we are going to take our subtraction sign, turn it into a plus sign, and change the sign of everything inside the parentheses. So this is going to become negative 8x, and this is going to become a negative 3y. Excuse me. So now 10x minus 8x, or 10x plus negative 8, if you will, is 2x, and 5 minus 3, or 5 plus negative 3, is a positive 2y. Now, if I look back at this, this makes sense. 8x and 2x makes 10x, and 3y and 2y makes 5y. That makes perfect sense, right? Hopefully that makes sense to you as well. All right, so one last and final, you know what, I'm going to leave it there. So what you're going to do now is you are going to practice finding, adding, and subtracting polynomials. So you're going to go now and practice adding and subtracting polynomials. So I hope this helped.